Hey, it's Kevin, Big Bear Performance. I want to talk about the 2020 lowriders. This is a lowrider S 2020, and some of the things that we're doing is we're taking the front suspension. Now it's an inverted front end from Harley Davidson, but honestly, the internals is really not there for what we want to do. So we actually offer a 30mm cartridge for the lowrider for rebound and compression, both sides. Whereas the actual Harley Davidson fork only has a rebound valve in it, which is about this big, only on one side. The other side just has a spring in it. So honestly, it has very little tire compliancy, low traction to the ground surface. Tire to road surface traction is very little because the valving is absolutely pitiful. So these are some of the things we're doing. We're adding 30mm valves to these upside down forks, which is the same as what's inside of an inverted front end from Olin's, which is the best you can get. We're also, if you send your forks into us, we'll install your cartridges. We're also doing the upper tube in gold, the Olin's gold. We can polish that, strip this off, polish it and anodize it, the Olin's gold. Same with the lower foot. We can actually even change the color of the fork tube here with the nitrate coating, which is about 300 bucks. So this is what we can do to the front end and just make a world of difference to the bike as far as stopping power, cornering, traction, stopping traction, as well as stability to the bike. Actually make it more stable. And these bikes are already stable because they're running over 6 inches of trail. So that's how they get these bikes stable, is the trail. It's not because it has a monoshock. Monoshocks are good because it slows piston speed down to avoid cavitation, aeration of the oil. But so we also have on these front ends our radial mounted caliper brackets that will bolt right on here, so you can run a Brembo 100mm radial mounted caliper and run 320mm rotors, which because you could have once you install the badass suspension with the 30mm cartridges, you can now go ahead and run these big ass beautiful brakes from Brembo and our rotors, the 320, and you can actually really use them because you've got all that traction. We're also doing a true mid control that is going to, bolts onto the frame right here. We can also sell you a track dynamic aluminum swing arm. We also have the Olin's rear shock. We also raise the bike too. We have the extensions for the soft tail inverted front ends. We can raise this front end 2 inches. We can also raise the back 2 inches. We can actually do 3 inches. On the bikes that are on the track that we've done, for the soft tails, we're doing 3-inch extensions front and rear. For the street, we're just doing the 2-inch extensions, which, believe you me, you can really ride a bike with a 2-inch, this bike with a 2-inch extension. We're also making exhaust systems. We're also doing a gauge relocation kit. We can take these gauges and put them up here, so in your line of sight on your risers. And so yeah, there's a lot of good stuff here that we're doing with the lowrider S's, and we're really enjoying it. Badass bike. It's a great platform to spend money on to get so much more out of the bike than what comes stock from the factory.